Hey, what's happening? All right, welcome to this training. Our mission throughout the next couple of days is to get you started on YouTube. And we're going to focus on getting the ads created. All right, so YouTube is a totally different animal than Facebook, like night and day difference. Good thing about YouTube is people are generally more intent based on YouTube. So if you think about Facebook advertising, for example, or Instagram, we're always interrupting them, right? Like they're just screwing around. When someone's on YouTube, they're either like just randomly watching videos, which is, sometimes the norm, or they're looking for stuff, like for tutorials or TED Talks or whatever. And what's really cool is Google, which of course is YouTube, they've got unbelievable data skills. So they know everything about everybody. It's unbelievable. So our targeting abilities on YouTube are fantastic. All right. And we can target people within specific countries. There's a little limitations to this, but we can target people by income. We can target people by what sites they're going to. We can target people by what videos they watch, by what keywords they search for, even things that YouTube/Google will figure out on their own, like whether or not based on this person's behavior, they're in the market for the very type of stuff that you sell. I mean, it's just like phenomenal. Now, with all of that said, it's a totally different animal. All right. So it's typically more expensive, generally speaking. Like some, maybe you can crack the code and get cheaper leads or whatever on YouTube than Facebook, but generally speaking, it's more expensive. The other side of that coin is that generally speaking, it's better. So the traffic is a higher caliber of traffic because, especially if you do your targeting right and stuff and your ad is good, there's so much intent there. All right, so what I want to do for you in this first video is show you some results of YouTube ads and then sort of give you a big picture overview of how YouTube works. And then we'll start talking about making ads and stuff because that's really, really important, obviously. Like the ads got to be good. Ads no good. It doesn't matter who we're putting it in front of. All right, so let's get started over here on ye old computer. And I've got a little app here called Segmetrics. This is pretty cool. I use this. I also use Hyros. This is really good for tracking longer term revenue. And this is a YouTube ad campaign that promoted an automated version of my 5-day ad challenge, which is like, okay, I'm going to show you how to get lead sales or both from social media ads in 5 days. This is really, really good training, really, really good product. And obviously I did that because I wanted to attract people into my funnel who are into ads and stuff because crazy about ads and stuff. What can I say? I have a problem. I'm an ad addict. I love it. What can you do? Right? So that was, my logic there. So if we look at this, I'll explain this stuff to you and I'll eventually show you the campaigns and the ads and everything. But here's what this means. All right. This is just saying what it was advertising, which is the challenge. And this was driving people to just like a, profoundly simple web page, which we'll talk about the landing pages in a little bit. All right. What this means, TCPA, is it means target cost per acquisition. This is where I'm telling Google how much I'm willing to pay for a sale. It's similar to cost cap bidding in Facebook. But as you can see, I've bid here $70. I'm like, the heck with it. I'll pay $70 an opt-in. And the reason why is because on average, I was getting them for $15. So it doesn't mean you have to pay $70. It's like you just bid up that much and then you see what they can get it for. So it's kind of a weird strategy. There's multiple bidding strategies, by the way. I'll go over them with you in this video, all right? Because it does matter. Okay, so here's my audience. These are people who are in market. So what this means is I'm just like going and looking at Google's pre-built audiences. And these are people who Google thinks are shopping around for web design and web development, which means they probably want to sell stuff on the internet, And so if it's, me with audiences, right? So I'm like, okay, why not? Might as well give these guys a whirl. And that's it. And then US is the country. So I was only targeting United States. So doesn't matter what network you're on. U.S. targeting only is always going to be the most expensive. All right. And I really don't know why I was only targeting the U.S. Come to think of it, it was dumb, but for whatever reason I was. So there we have it. All right. So anyway, pretty good. I spent $7,300 and it brought in 33 grand. It did not do that instantly. All right. The reason it works so well is because I'm a huge advocate of follow up. All right. If I didn't have my follow up system in place, this would be terrible. Okay. So, really, really important caveat there is I generated leads to watch an on demand class. And then most of the people didn't buy the thing, even though it was cheap. It's like $49 or something. And then I followed up with them 750 billion times and continue to do so. All right. So this is all the money that these people, these 450 or 471 leads, this is all that they have spent over that time. So my return was ridiculous. It's 456%. Like, okay, I'll take it. All right. My average cost per opt-in was $15. Now that might terrify some people, and it is unnerving, especially, if you don't have your act together on the back end. Now, do you always have to pay that much? No. I just really kind of wanted to see what would happen. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to bid higher and just let it roll and see how we do long term, because I knew I was going to be teaching something like this and I wanted to show you. My date range, by the way, is from April and May. This is when this campaign was really, really running. So, I'm filming this for you in September. So this has been, however the math works there, X months ago. Don't want to do math on camera, very dangerous. All right, here's another campaign. Okay, this is where it's everybody in the United States. All right, and on the 18th of May, I changed it from whatever I used to be bidding to $8 per lead. It was getting leads at $11.53, so not too shabby. All right, but it didn't make money for whatever reason. Right? Probably because I didn't quite get enough leads there. I only got 74 leads. So it didn't really work. But you can see I tried same ad. You'll see it later. And just let's see what happens when we show it to everybody. And I just turned it off. I was like, okay, I spent $800. That's enough. All right. No point in messing around there. Okay. And then here's another one. Again, like notice, all right, TCPA. IM stands for in market. So this is one of Google's automatically generated audiences. We'll go through all of this stuff, right? We got to get your ads made first, but we'll go through all of this targeting stuff. It's really freaking cool. Okay. So this is just the way I name my ads. It stands for in market, right? It's one of Google's automatic things. And these are people who are in market for marketing services. All right. And so US only. And I was like, all right, Google, I'll pay you $8 per lead. Let's just see if we can do that, And we tried it, all right, and I was getting cheap leads. I spent $800, and the conversion rate's okay. Look, got 294 clicks, 73 opt-ins, not that many buyers. Not enough opt-ins to really know, but I went ahead and turned it off anyway because I was like, hey, I'd rather just put the budget in this thing that's working. Very similar to Facebook, by the way, in the sense that you just never know what audience is going to work. You got to try a whole lot of different stuff. All right. So basically what I'm showing you here is that A, YouTube is good. B, you got to test stuff just like anything else. Now, all these campaigns are me being pretty cavalier with the budgets. I just want to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall so I can show everybody, things that work. I'm going to show you a much more risk averse way of doing it. But none of this is going to work if the ad's not good. All right. So your ad really has to be good. Okay. So with that in mind, all right, I'll pause this video just to kind of give you an idea of these are all the same ad, by the way. There's all kinds of different things on YouTube we can test. So that's my point of showing you this. It is good. You are going to pay more per lead, but ultimately, even with the failures here, I got 3x return on my money. I'll take it. It's pretty good. Probably should turn that back on, really. All right. And so that's my point on all of that. So what I want to do now is I'll pause this one because I don't want the video to be long. And in the next video, I'll just probably take 5 minutes or something and just draw out how their bids work and some of the structural things you need to know about YouTube ads. And then we'll go into scripting and stuff. All right. So I'll see you in the next one.